What kills people in our business is airplanes, for the most part. Of the people I know have died, almost everyone has been a small plane or a helicopter crash. We have divers that go do incredible things all the time and are fine. You have mountain climbers that go climb the mountain, or they don't climb the mountain, they come back. Knock wood, Geographic has had great luck. Considering the things that we've been doing, we have almost no casualties to speak of. My one or two moments, the story I tell, is of being up in Ethiopia on the Manhunters. And I was young and stupid, and I broke the first rule that, you don't take a crew to film things that cannot be predicted. But I went to Ethiopia on the chance that they would find a great epic fossil that would change all our ideas of the history of man, and we would be there to film the excitement and so forth. It was a long way from anywhere. We were dropped off by plane from Nairobi, and we made arrangements to be picked up on a certain day, and we were there about 2 weeks. And it was terribly uncomfortable, and we had badly estimated our supplies, and we didn't really have enough to eat without borrowing from the archaeologists who had little enough themselves. The beer was warm and very limited, long days in the hot sun. After a week, it was obvious we were there for no reason. I was mortified and desperate. My crew was surly. So when the day the plane came, we were ready to go, more than ready. And it was late. I remember sitting there in a pool of sweat thinking, if I don't get out of this, then I'm going to lose it all. Comes the plane, late. We had to be back in Nairobi before nightfall because there was nothing between us and there. And the plane was not the same kind of plane that brought us in. And the significance of that was we brought in, say, 300 pounds of equipment and supplies, and we could take out only a great deal less than that. But the plane that came to get us had a much lower capacity than the plane that brought us in. Pilot came over to me and he said, 150 pounds, right? And I said, yeah. And we started throwing our stuff on the plane. And that was a lie. It was more like 200 pounds. We couldn't leave anything behind. I didn't think, really, what I was doing with that little deception. It's like getting on the plane, you get an extra bag. Why worry about it? But it had a lot to do with whether we were going to get off the ground. But I was too hot, too uncomfortable, too desperate to get out of there to take that into account. So we were about halfway down, not even a runway, just this rutted field. And the pilot, I was sitting next to him in the co-pilot seat, and the pilot realized we were not gaining speed as we should. And he gave me a look, which is just pure alarm, hatred. If you kill me, I'll kill you for this. Look, and we all froze, and we did get up, and we did clear the trees by a few feet, I suppose. It seemed like a lot less than that. Nobody said anything. We got up to altitude. We opened the windows. The cool air came in. We were on our way to Nairobi. We'd be asleep in the hotel that night. And I looked back at my friend, the cameraman, Andre, and we both started to laugh. And all of us, including the pilot, laughed till the tears were rolling down our cheeks. Because if that wasn't human folly, what was? And yet we all understood kind of how each of us had conspired to make that happen. Andre could have said, no, Nick, there's more, Pilot could have said, hey, wait, this seems awfully heavy. We all contributed to taking that chance, and that we got away with it. We just celebrated.